The Dooker don't need no education.
Because I already got my degree at screaming into sewer drains. But you, Duke Troopers, could learn yourself some 90s nostalgia. Class is in session and Mr. Dooker is your instructor. And today's lesson, the faculty. It smells like screaming here! Wait, no, that's just the reason this movie was made. Time to fuse an invasion of the body snatchers with a little dash of John Carpenter's The Thing. Set it to the 90s. And here we have the faculty. This movie vomits teen hip 90s horror like I vomit Hardee's, but unlike Hardee's, there's some charm to this over-excretion. Silly flashy names that introduce characters while highlighting their personality and the role they'll inevitably play within the movie. Luckily, they combat high school stereotype written by the Duke Pit with some solid actors and actresses. Fuckface Frodo Elijah Wood, I of course say that with love, was being groomed even to 1998 to be the heroic underdog. 30 Days of Josh Hartnett works well as the cool, skeevy drug dealer. Where's the offers of blowjobs for drugs? Nicest drug dealer ever. Hey, there's Usher. Hey, Dooker! Leave those kids alone! Where are all the Jenko jeans? Hell, even for a studio movie in the 90s, they didn't do bad special effects-wise. Yeah, there's some aged CGI, but there's plenty of practical effects as well. And a big animatronic monster. The body possession is done in a gory, but not too gory, with a nice little neck kiss to Alien. Be fair though, I'd let Salma Hayek or Robert Patrick spit parasites into my mouth. Unfortunately, part of the class does have to stay afterwards to take a makeup test. And will they do anything to make up that test? And while there is a stylistic look back now at 90s teen horror, in the 90s itself, this movie reeks of generic studio horror, made entirely to appeal toward booger-flicking dickhead teens too afraid to hold hands. The head alien is so obvious if you didn't know who it was, you weren't watching. And given the national war on drugs narrative at the time, it sure did glorify snorting white powder out of pens. But you know, hydrate. The beginning of this movie screams confliction with how everyone acts hereafter. Your initial alien attack is needlessly hostile when level-headedness is shown to be a key sign of possession. And as we find out later, the alien is totally capable of persuasion. All that unpleasantness aside for you older crowd, you can throw this movie on and have a good time with it. While I think the themes of high school alienation aren't done incredibly well, there is a parallel that works. And there is some clever subtext delivered through visuals. Okay, but this movie also skirts the line of statutory rape by showing a teacher and student in a relationship positively. Look at the pretty people. Moving on! An overall superficially fun movie with a broad appeal. And something you can throw on around people you know are gonna have their fucking phones out the whole time anyway. And that soundtrack, guaranteed to duke you up.